Hello, Captains. Wanted to do a video, actually redo a video. I did one covering our project priorities, and it's come to my attention that maybe I didn't explain it very well. I had a friend of mine actually tell me he went through and he watched the video, and come to find out that there was still a little confusion. So, for that reason, I'm now redoing the video to kind of hopefully explain it a little bit better. I did send out a cheat sheet, which is right here. Oops. There it is. Okay. And this is the one that I sent out as a fleet mail to every member in the fleet. Got this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this over here, and here's the list. The numbered list. Okay. So what I'm also going to need to do is move that over so I can get my fleet window open. But over here in the fleet window, okay, let me go through this one more time and hopefully explain this a little bit better. In the last video, I told you the order was Dilithium Mine, Starbase, Embassy, Spire, in that order. And I also said that the upgrade box was the highest priority. Okay, it occurs to me that maybe I did not explain that very well and what that actually means. So what I'm going to do in this hopefully short video is show you click for click how to use, more or less, how to use this cheat sheet, what I'm referring to over here, so that we're all working as a team, as a fleet, to get these fleet projects done. Okay. If we can all be working on the same projects in the same order and prioritizing them the same way, they will get done a lot faster and they will get done a lot more efficiently. One of the problems that we're running into right now, and this is a good example in the Dilithium Mine because we got one ticking down right now. Okay, you'll notice that right here, I realize you guys don't see this column. This is the Q column where I can slot in projects. Okay. You'll notice that there's one missing. There's not a project in here, and here's the reason. We've got this one upgrading right now. Okay, now that's key. It's the upgrade is ticking. Okay, and here's what the deal is. If I click on select active projects, it shows me what I have to choose from over here to slot in here. Okay, you'll notice you see no red boxes in here. We have gold boxes. We have no red boxes. The reason we don't have any red boxes is because of this right here. The upgrade's not done. Okay? So that's one of the things about the upgrades. It by not getting them done, how do I want to say this? By not getting them done quickly and prioritizing them first, it restricts me from putting more in here. And I realize you guys, you didn't know this. That's why I'm kind of showing you and I'm explaining it to you. There's a couple reasons why I've put these at the top of the priority list. And one of them is it binds my hands. I can't offer you guys more. I can put these in here, but that's really not going to help us out. And here's why. This one only gives 500 dilithium mine trade experience points. This one only gives 200. Why do we want to sink a bunch of resources into something that's only going to give us, less than half or less of what we could be working on, okay, and getting experience for? Like this one right here that we're working on right there, you see what it gives? It gives 1,000 or 1,200 actually, and that is what I'm waiting on. When this is done, I will have access to now another red project that will give us 1,200 experience. Okay, this is me doing my management job, and I'm trying to do what I can, but I need everybody helping me out and everybody working on the same page so that we can get this stuff done efficiently and effectively. Okay, the other thing about the upgrade box is that this project in this box or this slot is what grants us our amenities as well, our features. It's what gives us stuff. The reason that we're all in the fleet. We want all the cool fleet stuff and the fleet abilities and the fleet equipment and ships and all that, this is where it comes from. This box. So if nothing else, remember, this box is the most important. Okay? Always. And that's what I have listed over here. If you see the order, the numbered order, top of the priority list, dilithium mine upgrade. The dilithium mine upgrade. This is the upgrade box. Okay, so I hope I'm explaining that well enough. So when you see this over here as an upgrade, this is the box that I'm referring to. So dilithium mine upgrade. Number 2 on the list, Starbase upgrade. So then you go over here to Starbase, then upgrade. Oh, it's important for me to tell you that you do need to click on this as well. Okay? If you notice that a minute ago, you know, from the dilithium mine, I'm on the dilithium mine and I click the upgrade, which is what you'll do in your progression when you're checking to see, you know, what project we need to be working on. When you go to Starbase, it shows that it's selected. See this little tab lit up over here on the side? The problem is, what is over here is not this project. It is actually this project. And you'll see when I click on it. Just take a look at the dilithium right now. Now, I have not clicked on anything other than changing the holding tab over here. I've not clicked on anything down here. But if you look, we've got 27,000 dilithium that's been pumped into this project. But the problem is, again, this project is not the upgrade. It's actually this one. Now I'm going to click on the upgrade and you'll see it change. See how it changed? That's the issue. That's another big issue. Okay, so make sure you're clicking on it. Because, again, you know, it may be that everybody's been, you know, thinking they were working on this because that's what popped up when you changed up here. But if you did not click on this, the upgrade box down here, you were actually pumping your, you know, your contributions into this project. Okay, I hope I'm explaining that. So like right now, what it's showing is this project and not this one. When I click on this one, it changes over. So the dilithium that went in there, it's entirely possible that it was meant for the upgrade, but because it wasn't clicked on, it got put here. And I'll click on this one and show you. See, that was the one, like I said, that was showing up and it shouldn't have been. Okay, so in any case, let's go back through this real quick. Dilithium mine upgrade, Starbase upgrade. This is the Starbase upgrade. Number 3 on the list over here is the Embassy upgrade. Then you'll go over to Embassy. Then you'll click on the upgrade. Then you'll do stuff over here if you can. If you cannot, then you check this again. The Spire upgrade. Then you go to Spire. Then upgrade. And then do what you can here if you can. If there's one available, you know, do that, because if when these finish up, they won't be available. Okay, so that's numbers 1 through 4. But you'll notice, like here at the Starbase, or the Spire upgrade, which is number 4 on the list, it's still missing DOFs and industrial replicators. And I'm just going to point this out. This project here, I slotted, this is no kidding, yesterday. Literally, I put this project in yesterday. And I'll explain why here in a minute. But if you look at this project, you know, it's got engineering and operations DOFs, which is exactly what the Spire upgrade needs. See? Now, with this being higher on the priority list, that that should have gotten every last one of these. And there's only 4 here. But what this tells me is that the progressions aren't being, you know, whoever did that did not go through the priorities. And that's the thing. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure why. I sent this fleet mail out to give you the order to work on them. But if this was being followed, there would be no DOFs put in here, because again, the Spire upgrade is higher on the priority list. So if the progressions had been gone through, this is where those 4 would go. You see how if we're all working on the same page, we'll get these done quicker. This is the point I'm trying to make. Okay? Now, like I said, I apparently I didn't explain it very well before, so this is why I'm actually walking through this with the cheat sheet that I sent out to you to show you which ones, which ones these refer to. So, okay, so we've covered 1 through 4. When we get to number 5, okay, it says dilithium mine standard project top. If you go to the dilithium mine, these here are the standard projects. This is the top, this is the bottom. So that would effectively be number 5 and number 6 in that order. Top, then bottom. Okay? And if you can't do anything here, all right, in your progressions, then you'll move to 8 and 9, or I'm sorry, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is 5 and 6. Yeah, 5 and 6, dilithium mine standard project top and bottom. So 5 and 6 in that order. And then if you can't do anything there, or they're ticking down, or they're not available, then you would go over to Starbase, because that's next on the list for 7, 8, and 9 is the standard project top, middle, bottom. So top, middle, then bottom, priority wise. Okay? And then, you look over here, then the embassy, top and bottom. So then you go over here to the embassy, and it would be the top and the bottom. See, there's nothing here right now. Again, that's because our upgrades aren't done. So I literally, if I click on this, I have nothing that I can slot in here. It says none are available. That's because these aren't done. Okay? So, in any case, that's the embassy. So 10 and 11 would be here and here. Then 12 and 13 is the spire, top and bottom. Then you go over to the spire, and you go top and bottom. Okay? In this order. But every time you want to do any kind of donations, please follow this. Okay? Because like I said, it's going to ensure that we're all getting these things done in the order they need to get done. Okay? And we're all working as a team to get them done. Now, once you get to 13, I made a comment right here. Listed below are typically only aesthetic projects and are usually dilithium only. These are the bottom-most project slots in the project window. This is the project window. Okay? This is the bottom-most slot. This is the special projects. Okay? This is the special project box. So you'll do it in the order that's listed here. So the first one would be Starbase, then here. And that's only, you only get to a lower number if you can't do, ones higher up on the list. Okay? So you're not going to get this far down on the list if there's open ones up here to work on. I hope I'm making that clear. I mean, I think everybody should be able to understand what prioritization is and what it means to prioritize something. It'd be awful, silly if you didn't understand what that meant. But this is what it means. We work on things in a certain order to get them done quicker and more effectively. The more important ones are higher on the priority list, which is what we have here. Okay? Now, when it comes to these, again, these are aesthetics. So as an example, like the Starbase, you see what it says right here? Completing this project will remove the blast shutters from the Starbase interior, allowing you to see out into space. It is purely aesthetics. It's just graphics, but it does not grant us any abilities. It doesn't grant us, things we can buy. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't do anything really for you other than, when you go to the Starbase, it doesn't feel quite so claustrophobic. Okay, so that's another reason why these are on the very bottom of the priority list. But this is what's crazy. There's 76,000 dilithium that got dumped into this, and our upgrade hasn't even been done yet. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's great that we're all contributing and trying to get these things done. That is fantastic. But what I'm trying to do is trying to organize that so that we're all on the same page. Okay? So with that, like I said, now I've gone through and I've literally walked you through every last one of these. So please use this. And if you're not sure about this, and watch the video again. That's why it's a video, so you can watch it again and let it sink in. Um, if again I haven't explained this very well, please let me know um, what I didn't explain very well, and what I need to do to make it clear. Um, because I want to make sure that I'm doing my job the best I can. And if I'm not getting the information across in a way that everybody can understand, then I need to know that, so that I can maybe do it again, or figure out how to explain it a little better. I don't know how better to explain it than to do it in a video and actually show you click for click and each of these, how to do it. So I hope this has covered it, and if it hasn't, just please watch it again, because I did explain it and I showed you 1 through 4 are the upgrades. Here's the order of the upgrades. I showed you where the upgrade is. So if it says upgrade, it's this box. So dilithium mine, you'll click the dilithium mine, then it's the dilithium mine upgrade. So then you click the upgrade, and then there you're at number 1. I don't know how to make this any easier. You go to Starbase for number 2. You go to Starbase and then click the upgrade. Again, make sure you're clicking it, and then go in here and do whatever you need to do. And if you can't do anything here, and you couldn't do anything for the dilithium mine in the number 1 slot, then you go to number 3. Okay, number 3 is the embassy upgrade. Then you go here and do what you can here. Okay. And if you couldn't do anything, if you can't do anything here, and you couldn't do anything, because obviously you wouldn't even be here if you could do something for the number 1 or 2 slots. So if you can't do anything here, then you go to the number 4, which is the Spire upgrade. Make sure you click it. Okay? Then you go in and you'll do stuff here. Alright? And then, from there, number 5. Oops. Go back up here so you can see what I'm doing. Then number 5, dilithium mine standard project top. So dilithium mine, the standard projects, the top one. Okay, so that would be 5. 6, the dilithium mine, which we're already on, the standard project bottom, which would be this one. Okay, now if you can't do anything there, then you move on to the next one. Well, the next one is the Starbase. So you go to the Starbase standard project top. So it'd be this one. If you can't do anything here, then standard project or Starbase standard project middle. Then the bottom. And if you can't do anything here, then right, that would be number 9, the Starbase standard project bottom. Then you go to the number 10, which would be the embassy top. There's nothing here. So you check the embassy bottom. There's nothing here. Okay? Then it says the Spire. Okay? Then you go to the Spire top. Then Spire bottom. And in the event that you can't do anything there, then there's a real problem, because now you've gone through 13 different projects where there was nothing you could do. And I really don't see that ever happening not until we max out. And even then, I'm still going to have projects in here for you guys to be able to work on. But once we're maxed out, it's not going to matter. We'll have a different priority list at that point. Things like, provisions will be first, before we do other kinds of stuff. But in any case, again, I did it one more time. I walked through it all one more time. Okay? Now, in the event that you've got just ridiculous amounts of dilithium and you don't know what to do with it, and you want fleet credits for it instead, or these are all taken care of, 1 through 13 dilithium wise are all taken care of. Like I said, the likelihood of that happening is slim to nil. But if that situation arises and you still want to be able to donate and bump up your earned fleet credits, maybe you want to move up in as far as fleet promotion, I don't know, or maybe you just need more fleet credits for the various consumables that we can get. I don't know. But if you do, then and only then is when you're going to move into 14 to 17, because that's the special project. So you would go to 14, which would be the Starbase special, and then put stuff in here. Really, honestly, guys, for 14 through 17, the order of these that you guys want to contribute to is entirely up to you. Really, I put these in order because of really where people are going to spend their time. Since this is all aesthetic, it's all for looks. Most of you're going to spend probably most of your time in out of the four in this order: the Starbase, the Embassy, and the Spire, and the dilithium mine. You know, but you could flip flop the Spire and the Embassy. You know, for those of us who are level 50 and over at the Dyson Sphere a lot, you know, you may want to, you know, dump your extra extra abundance of refined dilithium into the Spire. You might want to do that. Like I said, when it comes to these right here, really doesn't matter to me. You know, 14 through 17, you do your in whatever order you want for these. But regardless, these four are always bottom of the priority list. Are projects that actually grant us, you know, experience and levels, a lot more important than any aesthetics. You know, that should just go. That should be almost no brainer for anybody that thinks about it, because you'd rather be able to have, you know, access to those ships and those equipments and those consumables, DOFs, you know, all the cool stuff that you can get with fleet credits and have access to. You're going to want those first anyway, and that's what these first 13 and especially the first four do for you. Okay, so like I said, I've now run through it twice, clicked each box. So again, if this doesn't cover it, watch the video again, and you know, until it sinks in. And if it's still not working for you, then send me a message and let me know what the problem is, as far as, you know, the problem with how I'm explaining this, and what I'm not getting across. Because if I don't know, I can't make it better. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. It went longer than I should have, but I wanted to make absolutely sure that this was covered. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna end the video, and I'll see you guys in the game. Thanks a lot.